1977, only 19, Micheal is the star of the Jackson 5 and about to launch himself as a solo performer. Despite this success, he loathes his appearance, as he recalled years later, "I had pimples so badly it used to make me so shy. I cried every day." Indeed, the misery is written all over his face. According to LaToya, Micheal was especially distressed by his nose and would say, "It's too big, I want to get it done." 1979, an apparently confident 20-year-old Jackson shows off his new nose. Ashamed to admit he just wanted a smaller nose, he claimed he'd had an operation after breaking it during a dance rehearsal. However, he wasn't satisfied with this result. Dr. Stephen Hoeflin, who performed a second nose job to correct the original operation, said that he was left with breathing difficulties and required further work. 1983, publicizing his best-selling album Thriller, Micheal has got rid of his teenage afro and is wearing skin-lightening makeup. His nose seems to have been thinned again and cheek implants have been inserted. He liked the effect so much he had a third nose job the following year, increased the size of the cheek implants and had his eyelids lifted, which reduces bagginess and removes excess skin. 1991, now 33 and living a reclusive life. After a fourth or fifth nose job, his nostrils have started to assume a triangular look. In 1992 he was spotted wearing a prosthetic nose tip to try to cover up the botched results of the surgery. He has a new dimple in his chin and has had chin implants to make it larger. He has started to look whiter. He later claimed this was a consequence of the skin condition vitiligo. 1995, Jackson, 37, is extremely pale thanks to frequent skin bleaching by a dermatologist and heavy use of makeup. He has also started to wear wigs. His friend, illusionist Uri Geller, asked why he was changing his appearance. Geller says he replied, "I don't want to look like my father." By now Micheal was married to Elvis's daughter Lisa Marie Presley. They separated the following year. 2002, he has taped his nose, apparently to stop fluid from botched surgery from leaking into his mouth. He wore the tape at all times during this period. Leading rhinoplasty surgeon Dr. Pamela Lipkin said, "I think something in his nose, a graft, an implant, has now come out through the skin and that's why he's probably got a hole in his skin. He has what we call an end-stage nose, one that's beyond the point of no return." 2003, looking more feminine shortly after the birth of his third child, Blanket. In a controversial documentary made by Martin Bashir, he claimed, "I've had no plastic surgery on my face, just my nose. It helped me breathe better so I can hit higher notes. I am telling you the honest truth, I didn't do anything to my face." He also said he'd be happier on stage wearing a mask. 2009, Jackson, 50, was in debt to the tune of $350 million. He announced a surprise tour called This Is It. His friend Dr. Alan Klein said, "It got to the point where his nose was far too thin. It didn't look natural to me. I rebuilt it using fillers." He is missing part of his ear, the cartilage having been used to rebuild his face. He died of a cardiac arrest in June before the tour after being given drugs to help him sleep. A computer-generated image of how Micheal Jackson would have looked today without surgery,